Maya Angelou said, quote, "I learned a long time ago the wisest thing I can do is be on my own side, an advocate for myself and others like me." As we continue our series celebrating Black history, SNN's Nadine Young talks to a Newtown native fueled by knowledge.
Being Black and growing up in Sarasota, things were different for Sheila Sanders.
We were a very segregated society in the 50s. And if you inadvertently forgot that, somebody would quickly remind you.
Whether buying clothes on Main Street or walking anywhere on the Suncoast, she was met with judgment.
And if you went in the store, it was as though you were met at the door and told how expensive things were and that you probably could not afford.
In order to check out books from the public library, Black residents would have to prove they owned property.
Tourists could be here for a week, a weekend, or whatever, a couple of weeks, less than a month, and check out books from the library. So they had more credibility as tourists than we did as citizens.
Despite injustice, Sanders' safe haven was the library.
I'd be there until they say, "Sheila, it's time, we're closing."
At age 5, Sanders could read and write, giving her a voice.
I'm not breaking a rule if there is no rule. And there is no rule unless it's in writing. So just knowing your place never meant anything to me.
Smart, curious, and outspoken, Sanders became president of the youth branch of the Sarasota NAACP.
Not allowing anybody to really define me. I defy being defined.
She remains an avid reader, working at the Ringling Museum of Art, staying true to what she believes in.
I'm a strong believer in fair. And people like to say fair, life is not fair. Your life may not be fair. Okay, my life is going to be as fair as I can make it.
Celebrating Black history on the Suncoast, I'm Nadine Young.
And join us next week as we continue to celebrate Black History Month here on the Suncoast. SNN's Nadine Young will introduce us to a Sarasota police officer going above the call of duty.